Viewers, the latest news about Ethiopia, Amhara, and Tigray region is that viewers, a journalist, Bashir Hashi, has claimed that Tigray Defense Force will get sooner anti-drones technology system to protect Tigray people, and these anti-drones will be deployed in Tigray, where the system is equipped to instantaneously detect and identify drone threats and terminate them. This anti-drone is unmanned aerial refer to an unpiloted aircraft. But so far about it, no information received from Tigray Defense Force and Tigray government. Viewers, it is confirmed that anti-drone present in the world. It is possible to shoot down drones. Even US drones was shot down in Yemen, and it is feasible and proved in Yemen. This drone was the one which stopped after marching to Tripoli, but boats on the ground determines the winner. You know that Tigray President Debretsion Gebremichael claimed that Tigray Defense Force soldiers withdrew from Amhara and Afar region, and they want 1 year long conflict solution by negotiations. But Ethiopian Air Force carried out heavy air strikes on the cities and towns of Tigray region, including central capital Mekelle. And according to the journalist, Tigray Defense Force will get sooner anti-drone technology system to protect the people of Tigray. But so far, no information received from Tigray Defense Force and Tigray government about it. Because the State Department spokesperson told that the United States believes reports of Eritrean military involvement in the conflict in Ethiopia's Tigray region are credible, and despite denials by both nations. The spokesperson called on any Eritrean soldiers there to pull out. And we are aware of credible reports of Eritrean military involvement in Tigray and view this as a grave development, and said that we urge that any such troops be withdraw immediately. And according to the reports, the US government believed Eritrean soldiers had crossed into Ethiopian territory, effectively helping Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government battle a rebellious northern force. And I inform you with evidence about the involvement of Eritrean troops in Ethiopia Tigray war. Because Abiy Ahmed won a Nobel Peace Prize last year for making peace with Eritrea, but the presence of Eritrean troops on Ethiopian soil would alarm Western allies and risk further inflaming the conflict. Eritrea has for years faced accusation of large-scale rights abuses, including jailing opponents and forcing citizens into lengthy military or government service. It accused Western powers of smear campaigns and luring Eritreans aboard, which they deny. Because Ethiopia hosts the African Union, its security services work with Western allies and its troops serve in peacekeeping missions in South Sudan and Somalia. And the State Department spokesperson noted reports of human rights abuses in Tigray and said, we are also aware of reports of human rights violations and abuses in the region, and all parties must respect human rights and international humanitarian law, the spokesperson said. We and other international partners continue to urge an independent investigation of the reports and accountability for those found responsible. Whereas Ethiopia has denied Eritrea entered the conflict, though Abiy did say last week that some government troops retreated into Eritrea early in the conflict and were given assistance. Eritrea's foreign minister Osman has called claims it entered the conflict propaganda, and claims by all sides are near impossible to verify because most communications to Tigray are down and the government tightly controls access. US Abe and Eritrea's president Isaias Afwerki signed a peace pact ending 2 decades of hostilities in 2018 and now regard the Tigray People's Liberation Front as a mutual foe. And Tigray People Liberation Front claims to have killed and captured large numbers of Eritrean troops in the last month, but has provided no evidence. It has fired rockets into Eritrea at least 4 times, the United States Department says. US, citing diplomatic sources, reported on Tuesday that Eritrean troops were believed to have entered Ethiopia in mid November through 3 northern border towns Zelambisa, Rama, and Badme. And Mesfin Hagos, a former Eritrean defense minister who broke with Isaias, said in an article for online publication African Arguments that the Eritrean sent in 4 mechanized divisions, 7 infantry divisions, and a commando brigade, citing sources in the defense ministry, opposition, and personal contacts. Whereas, on the other hand, the Oromo Liberation Army released a statement yesterday alleging the involvement of Eritrean troops in the various parts of the Oromia and Benishangul Gumuz regional state. In the statement, the party recalled the participation of Eritrean soldiers in the Tigray region and the atrocities that were proved in Tigray operations and evidenced by the international community investigations are observed in similar fashion in Oromia. And the Oromo Liberation Army spoke of a secret agreement made between Ethiopian ruling group and the Eritrean regime to deploy Eritrea forces to Oromia and Benishangul Gumuz region. Because the statement said it has tangible evidence that many battalions of Eritrean soldiers were deployed to Horo Godoro, Kelam Voliga, West Voliga, Guji, and Brona zones of Oromia region, as well as the Matakal zone in Benishangul Gumuz region. Because according to the statement, the Eritrean troops committed beating, killing, looting properties, raping women and children, and arbitrarily detaining civilians. The statement from the Oromo Liberation Army detailed the brutalizing of civilians based on information the party said it received from local residents. And the Eritrean soldiers are stationed in the military base known as the 4th Camp in Horogodoro Zone and Abe Choman specific location of Fincha Sugar Factory. According to the statement, a couple and his wife Yashi Dasile, who were beaten and taken to detention for further torture alongside their 1 year old baby, were mentioned in the statement. It was also indicated that the Eritrean soldiers were said to indiscriminately beat and arrest people because of the language barrier. And Eritrean soldiers do not understand the languages spoken in the country. They indiscriminately beat and arrest people without proper communication, the statement said. Whereas the Oromo Liberation Army pressed the AU and UN bodies to push for the withdrawal of Eritrean forces from Oromia and called on the international community to pay due to attention to the suffering of civilians in the region. And at this standard reached out to the commander of Oromia Special Forces, Commissioner Bittima, who referred to the Department of Communication at his office, which was unresponsive. Similarly, our repeated attempts to contact the head of Oromia Region Communication Bureau, the commander of Oromia Police Commission, the commander of the Matakal Zone Command Post, as well as the commander of Matakal Zone Police Commission were all to no avail. Because there has been no official response to the allegations from both Oromia and Benishangul Gumuz regional governments until the publication of this news. So viewers, so far is the latest update. For more latest update, please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.